test, test. Hello. Hey, everybody. I'm Yvonne with... What is this noise? Oh, that's terrible. Oh, God, that's my own live stream. I'm sorry. Welcome to today's live stream, you guys. We are going to be making some Lampwork glass beads over on the torch. I've been doing Lampwork since noon today, so I've knocked off some of the rust and everything already. But we're going to go ahead and get started here in a sec. Hey, Cat and Cauldron. Hey, Becca's Creative Chaos. Hey, Michelle. Oh, well, thank you. Ooh, congrats on level 8. So let me just check and make sure that this is working. Hey, Jean, I see you over there on YouTube. When Randy gets home, I'm going to need the chat's not working the way it's supposed to. So, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and get transitioned over to our other spot. There we go. Hey, Res Coffee. I did, Becca. This is one of the tie-dye shirts that we made in one of our recent YouTube videos. So give me just a moment. I need to get my tablet set up. And I gotta grab my hair clip. There we go. So it's gonna take me a sec to get caught up with comments. So thank you guys for your patience, just in advance. There we go. Yay, level 8. How's it going? It's going really well. Today has been just a wonderful day. Getting lots of beads made. Oh, thank you, Becca, says I love the color. Me too. And what's more is this shirt has, I know you're not supposed to do this when you work torch. You're only supposed to use like natural fibers, but it does have 5% spandex in it. But I'm taking that risk on my own because I love stretchy clothes. I can't help myself. I'm trying. And I know I'll be the one to suffer, but that's okay. I also need to figure out how to put my tablet into don't fall asleep mode. Is there a way to do that? Because it's falling asleep. Hey, Chaos Pixie, how's it going? There we go. Maybe this will work. Hey, Kez, long time no see for sure. How have you been? Okay, I'm getting YouTube pulled up. There we are. And I'm going to make sure that we have it in live chat. Hey, Dawn, how's it going? Dawn Marie, that's a beautiful name. Alrighty, so today we are making more beads like these ones here. Actually, that I may be able to show y'all. Come on, tablet. Give me just a moment. I'm going to try to figure out how to yeah, I'm trying to, is the auto lock, is that whenever it turns the screen off?
Auto, that's when it'll keep it stationary. Like if you have it set on its side like that.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want it to stop falling asleep. Sorry, y'all, I'm having tech difficulties. There's Maddie. Okay, so I'm going to keep showing people beads then. So these are the beads that are some of what we're going to be making. I like these ones. This is a Lausha Tri-Orange that our friend Ginny sent to us with some striker orange dots on top. You can see that one didn't quite strike, but these are learning beads. And this is another, like, I think those are so beautiful. And the camera, y'all, just is not doing them justice, but we have some that are just like this, little equator dots. We have some that are just smooth, beautiful color. I really like this one. And again, I do wish the camera, dog fur is always free. I do wish the camera did justice to the colors because it's really much prettier in person. And so, yeah, these are rough about what we're making today. But I'm going to be making all of them on 3/16 inch mandrels. Oh, everybody's saying hiya, Maddie.
Hey.
Hey, Sarah. Minecraft day. Nice. Oh no, was I out of screen? Sorry, y'all. What shows up on the camera's screen doesn't always line up with what's on the screen. Are you having luck? Well, let's see if what I had clicked could work.
Okay.
Because that might be, if it doesn't, then we'll, try to figure it out. Ugh, it's so gooey. Huh? Yes. Thank you.
It shouldn't fall asleep.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for your help, Maddie. Chat pause for scrolling. Well, the rubber on the ear pads has finally deteriorated to the point of being straight up nasty. So I don't think it agrees with my hair oil. Hey, love, how's it going? All right, so we've got Kick pulled up. We have YouTube pulled up. Oh my gosh. Well, it still falls asleep, Maddie. Yeah. Does anybody here have an iPad and any recommendations on my screen just keeps going to sleep? I think, is it on battery saver mode? How do I turn off battery saver mode? Thank you. I think I just leveled up into being an elder.
That shouldn't. Let me do some research.
Okay. We'll figure it out. Check settings. Okay. So I've clicked settings, and then what? Have control center. Low power mode. Wait, I think I just deleted something. But that's not yellow anymore.
Yeah,
it's green. Oh, okay. Well, heck yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. Hey, Yvette, how's it going? Let's go ahead and get this torch lit up, y'all. I just dropped the microphone. I'm so sorry, you guys. Jiminy Christmas. And I was feeling so good about this stream, being like, wow, I got the email put together and everything. We're so professional. There goes that. Okay, she says. Well, let's get to the good stuff. Okay. So we are on a fresh tank of oxygen and a fresh tank of propane. So we are ready to go. And I have a 3/16 inch mandrel here. Now the torch that I'm using is an Alpha by Bethlehem torch. And I love it. It's a surface mix dual fuel, so it uses propane and oxygen. And it mixes, I guess, as it's coming out of the torch. That's the extent of my technical knowledge, but it makes the fire go hot. And I really love the right angle marver and the blast shield because I have very sensitive skin to the heat, especially on my face. On my arms, it's not so bad because it's kind of below the torch. Like I can have my hand right here with the flame, about 5 inches away and it's warm, but it's fine. Here, that's scorching. So, my My arms, it's not so bad as when it hits my face with the heat.
Well, it's telling me to do something. I checked it. It had already been done.
Okay.
So,
There's no telling. His says, "Hey everyone in trap." Mic drop. Yeah. Yep, that's what you want. Oh, okay. So how's y'all's weekend going? And then over at Hey Love and Loops. Hey Louise. My name is Louise. I'm watching from the UK. Right on. Hey old red dragon. So we're heating up. This is like an orangey red. Am I even in frame? Yeah, this is okay. And I don't want to scorch it, but and what I mean by that is if I have the glass in the heat too close up to the flame, or if I have it in there for too long, I can see it start to get like white hot bright. And sometimes that can make the glass bubble and get scuzzy. So I'm just building up. Duet love? Making beads. What are you doing? A likely story. So I'm just building up a bit of a disc bead. Did Abby come in? Oh, okay. Hey, you're so quiet. How was your day at work? Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. Another day down, though. We were making frozen pizzas for dinner. Do you think you'd like one? Okay, we'll be doing that at 8. Right on. This is hubby nap time, so I can come watch now. Nice. Busy working, getting my website up. Right on, Kez. Grandpuppy sitting for my daughter. Oh, Becca. I think I'm gonna like this time slot as well because I've been able to get about 15 beads made already. There we go. And so I'm just heating this up, letting the heat soak into the glass. It is. It hasn't gone back to sleep. So getting some scale man done and looking forward to the Virginia Ren Fair tomorrow. Oh, right on it typically. That's gonna be fun. I've never been to that one. Hey Brooke over on YouTube, how are you doing today? And I'm rotating. I don't know if you're able to see, but I'm just rotating the bead around in the heat. And then I'm going to use our bead roller here to just get a little bit of shaping. And that's come out pretty nice. So now I'm going to reheat the surface. And that's to remove any cooling lines. Ooh, Randy brought me a Route 44 Wawa. Since I've started doing tie-dye, we're on a little bit of an ice shortage. So it's really nice to have a big old Route 44 full of ice, and then I just keep topping it off with water from our sink. It's a frivolous treat that I super enjoy. Hey Sugar, how's it going? I didn't have my own channel on YouTube. Oh, right on. Finally made it to a Saturday stream. Nice. Well, it's our new time slot that we're testing out. So I'm kind of excited to see how it goes. I think Randy and Maddie are busy uploading and prepping the shop update this evening. So that's pretty fun. Though here in a couple of beads, I may need to step away and I don't know if I actually got the pictures uploaded to the website for Randy to be able to fully do his upload. But I don't know if he's at that step of needing me to have done that yet. Michelle says, oh, okay, I watch a Louise from the UK on YouTube. That's cool. Pretty good, just relaxing and knitting. Nice, what you knitting? Missed the last couple run fests here, but excited for everything yet to come. That's awesome. How are you feeling, Michelle? Are you healing well, I hope? Jean says, I didn't know Randy worked outside the home. He doesn't, not currently. But he does go and pick Abby, our niece, up from work, who does work outside of the home. No, there was, we haven't worked outside of the home except for one winter. Things were really, really tight, and Randy went and got a job outside of the house, and it got us through. It was that winter that like the furnace broke, and like we were doing it to try to get ahead, but it turned out life just threw a whole bunch of curveballs at us, and thank goodness he had gone out and gotten that extra income, because winter's always been a meager time of year for the business, like post Christmas, pre spring craft shows, and we needed every penny that he was bringing in just to get by. He's always taking good care of us. Oh no, Michelle says, yes, doing good. Just no laughing or coughing or sneezing. That really hurts. But as long as I don't do those things, I'm good. Well, Michelle, I will try to not be funny at all this evening. Like, I will do my best. So I've stepped out of frame here. I've pulled a glove on, and I am putting the bead into the kiln. Whoops. Oh goodness, it's already down. That's just how it's going to be. And I'm clearing some spots for future beads. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I've got 15 beads made. So it's been a little bit slower of a day production wise, but I was kind of slow getting started today, and a couple of other things as well. Oh no. This is, I'm going to have to leave. Sweater for my oldest son. I made matching sweaters for my other 2 boys. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. So, because I'd forgotten this morning to do my Dip and Go, the bead release. It's Dip and Go Sludge Ultra. Normally, I like to dip it the night before, at least. That way it can just air dry slowly. But so for the first like hour or two, I was having to really nurse heating these up, because they do a good job, but sometimes there'll be a lot of moisture in the bead release and it'll pop. So I have to heat them a little more slowly when they're still wet on the rod. I'm going to come in and do another of this kind of dark orange. Michelle says, it's all good. I have tried to control my laughing, so you good. Right on. Oh, man. Hey, Al, how's it going? It's an evening stream instead of a daytime stream. Don't need you busting the stitch, that's true. And I'm just building that up and around. There we go. Oh, I completely forgot to do the social media post and stuff for today. Well, that's all right. I forget to do that most days, really. Gotcha, Michelle. Bringing that around. Hey, Betty. It says, wow, I've actually made it to a live chat. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. It is just craft room and chill today. Hello, Padawan. Sorry, just reading y'all chit-chatting with each other. It's just like, I love y'all. Oh, Jean says, how long are you going to be on tonight? I intend to stream until 8 p.m. So we are going to see where the evening takes us. It may get a little silly. That'll be all right. I do hope. So we officially missed the Springfield Gem and Mineral Show this weekend. We just could not get up and out of the house. We had too much going on. That's okay. I still haven't made anything from the stuff that I got at the last Gem and Mineral Show we went to, but I did want to scout it for potential vending events, as well as getting to go and see if the venue, if they teach any classes whatsoever, because I think that would really be a cool thing. Like, as someone who enjoys going to Gem and Mineral shows, I think going to one that had like a wire wrapping class would be so cool, even if it's just like a demonstration, or kind of like, I don't know, I wouldn't be as interested in a lecture because that's basically YouTube, but being able to like go and take a class, that would be just amazing. Missed the Memphis bead so too. Hey babe, what's up? They are in the file on my desktop, either titled Shop Update 5.8 or 6, whatever today's date might be, or it's an unnamed folder. Good luck. And now I'm just doing big old globs of this striker orange. Here, just a sec, baby. It's there on the desktop. Oh, the spacing on that was perfect. Never have I ever. Yeah. I have not turned any of them the correct orientation, like sideways or straight up and down. Okay. So I'm going to melt that in just a little bit. I'll be right there. Let me pop this into the kiln. Okay. So right here, you'll click on catalog and then store products, clicky boop, or I guess products. And then I click on the first item. I click on add image. And then I click upload media in the top left. And then upload from computer. Well, actually, you can do it like how you were gonna, where you can drag and drop them. Now, oh, well, it is easier to rotate them when they're in the folder than whenever you got it. Okay. Hey, you're awesome.
They're gonna get uploaded like they are.
It'll be what it is. Thank you. Alrighty, guys. We're getting the shop update put together, and Randy's training Maddie on bagging the stuff up. And sorry, I just look over and he's going like, and I can't tell what he has in his hand. It's a pill organizer that we got for the dog. He's going like that. Oh, goodness. Ooh, Al says, started working on my covered bra idea today after cutting and weeding, chipping the girlfriend's lawn, doing a Goodwill run and a market run. Oh my gosh, very busy today, Al. Love says, wow, that is some technique. What's that? Okay. Getting the torch turned back on. And then heating up our bead release. Oh, stretching my back. He says, a little. That sounds like a very busy Saturday. And so I'm just to show y'all, this is what I see into the flame. And so if at any point y'all want me to put the blue filter on for you guys, just let me know and I can do that. Ow, ooh, that pokes me. I may need to put some thermoplastic or something over the ends of my glasses. Wow, oh my gosh. 102 degrees here right now, says Michelle. So too hot to go outside to do outside stuff. Oh my, I agree. That's sweltering. Looking good, excited. Right on, love. Okay, so now I'm gonna do another bead in more or less the same color. So what we're making these beads for, kind of all very similar to each other, is for our June craft along kits. One of the projects that actually two of the projects that we're going over incorporate one of our large hold beads. So I'm having to get a whole bunch made. But it's an absolute joy to get to make beads for y'all. And if anyone's interested in participating in our craft along club this month, we are still accepting members. You can join at backtoearthcreations.com/join our club. It's the Happy Crafter Club, and we've got like a $15 level, and it goes all the way up to $55 for if you really want a bunch of stuff. And each month, in conjunction with the kits that we send out, we do a video unboxing them to show y'all what you can expect, and we also do a tutorial, at least one, that coincides with the contents of the kit. And that way, if you want to kind of break out of your comfort zone creatively, or just have a little bit more structure to learning something new, I think it's a really great way of getting crafty. Sugar says, what kind of crafts are in them? Currently just wire wrapping. I don't really know of a way that we would be able to fulfill other types of crafts at a decent discount, because honestly, if we didn't make the cabochons ourselves and the beads ourselves, it would, like, I can't compete with these other manufacturers that have their own bead boxes and stuff. So we solved that by becoming our own manufacturers, but then we also work in conjunction with Parawire. So our $25 and up kits have a spool or two, depending on the kit you get, of wire in it too, to guide you through wire wrapping projects. Because while I do other crafts as well, wire wrapping I feel like I have the most videos about on the channel, and also we have the most structure within the educational courses that we have for wire wrapping. And so we're on a lot of these different types of crafts, like lampwork and polymer clay and leather working. I still feel very, very much like a student myself. So whereas on wire wrapping, I feel like up to a point I have my bearings about me. There's still a whole lot that I'd like to learn, but it's where I have the most confidence as a teacher. And it is what I have the most experience in teaching out of the other crafts as well. Second would be chainmail, and then leather working probably, for the amount of classes that we had taught. But it's been years on all of that now. Which is why we're looking at the gem and mineral shows, trying to find good teaching opportunities. There we go. So now we've got little dots all over this one. Makes sense, says Sugar. Right on. Hey, Brendel, how's it going? Oh, hey, Anne. Hey, Betty. Old Red Dragon says, is there a way to get perfect spacing? Oh, like marking that rod? Possibly, but I don't know. I'm still very new to this, so I don't know if there's a way to be able to do that I wouldn't have to like reset every time. I think a lot of it for me is just based off of trying to space the beads evenly with each other. And I'm actually going to end up melting this one in like all of the way. And then I'm going to add in another layer of dots on top. So melting it in, keeping it rotating. So this is that striker orange. I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of a very pale yellow, like a very clear yellow. And then there on the tip where it's been heated is a brighter orange. And so I'm going to try to do some dots of this striker orange along the equator, but I want it to be on where other dots were, so that hopefully we get a nice stacked effect. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. And I'm not going to melt those ones in all the way. I love it. I love the 6 dots. Hey, Maddie. How's it going? And now since it's a striker, I'm going to heat it all up to a nice glowing hot red. And I'm going to let it kind of chill farther back in the flame. And I'm hoping that this will bring the color out. Well, your guess is as good as mine. Beep, beep, coming through. There we go. Nivette says, did Randy show you that resort with the Hobbit hole room? I do believe so. That looked bougie AF. Where was that? Basis, I was able to do last month's wire wrapping until I got to adding the 16 gauge wire. I'm still a newbie and only halfway through your master classes. It's so pretty, I want to finish it. Oh, right on. Well, the good news is it doesn't go bad. So you can feel free to set pieces aside and come back to them later. Alien says, what kind of wire do you recommend for the least tarnish? I love gold wire wrapping, but find it tarnishes. I purchase all of my craft wire, which is copper that's been coated so that it looks like a different color and is also non-tarnish. I get it from parawire.com. We do sell some on our website, but they have a much bigger selection of colors, gauges, and spool sizes at parawire.com. And that's good stuff. Like, I like it. I love it. I use it in my own work. Like, it's what I send out to our Craft Along Club members. Like, it's good stuff. What size, like, rod thingy would size 20 gauge wire fit into? All of them. The smallest is the 1/16, which is still almost 2 millimeters. Like, it's certainly over 1 millimeter in size. So I don't know how the 16ths of an inch convert into chicken nuggets, but and watching too. Some messages are being deleted. Oh no, right on, Ann. Parawire is the best, says Kez. I stand by that. No, not that one, the latest one. The other one is hella expensive. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if he has then. It's gonna sound whack because we live together and work together, but I have not seen Randy very much in like 3 weeks. Like, he's not even in his chair. I don't even know where my husband is right now. Like, It's 5:37. Do you know where my husband is? The bougie one has orc, fairy, leprechaun, etc. rooms. It's near Knoxville. This one is a hobbit hole and a tree house and a lodge. I think about an hour outside of Nashville. Okay. Brooke says I love Parawire. If it's even good for a beginner like me, definitely. Hey Beth. Beth says, "Hey everyone, I'm having a great day. How about all of you? It's a very good day over here. Just making some lampwork glass and hanging out." So this next one, I think I'm gonna do like triangle zigzag dots, because I found I don't mind working in the same colors, general colors over and over, because they're just here on my desk and I just want to use them up. But I do get bored of making the exact same bead every time. So just taking the same basic dot placement techniques. So far I've done one that had just dots along the equator of the bead, which is like the, you know, the equator of it. Like I don't really know how to explain that. And then I did one that had dots all over it. So I established the spacing with the equator dots, and then I went in and put some smaller dots along the near the poles of the bead where the mandrel goes through. So now on this one, I'm not going to do any equator beads. I'm just going to do the, or equator dots. I'm just going to do the dots towards the ends. And as they melt together, it's going to pull them together into little triangles. Or so the story goes. For jump rings in the UK, use Wraith Mail. Oh, okay. I've not heard of that company. That's good though to hear recommendations, because I often hear folks lament that the international shipping. Expensive one is called Ancient Lore Village. They do special events including D&D tournaments for like 2,000 per person. Oh my god. When did D&D become a luxury hobby? Like, I mean, I guess it always has been in a way. Hey, OMG, how's it going? Had to say hi, get your flame on, check back in a bit. Right on. Thanks for stopping by. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, wow, and? So they're just building this up and around. There we go. Now I'm going to trade hands, keeping it rotating, just stretching my arms. Lurking here, right on. Just rooms are 300 to 500 per night. Oh man. I guess when you a luxury brand, you a luxury brand. But all right though. So now I'm using a graphite bead roller to help shape the bead down, because I kind of wanted all of these beads that I'm making to be a size about 3 or 4, because I wanted to make one of the projects for June is a like mini pendant. So it's a very, very small donut bead, like wrapped as a pendant. So it's going to lay y'all know that necklace that I wear a whole lot that has a big donut bead on it, where it lays where you can like see the donut hole? These are going to be laying where you can see the donut hole. Like, so I'm trying to make them all at least a minimum size. That way the sides are very interesting. Are you making custom orders tonight? I am not. We fulfilled all of our custom orders, and as far as I'm aware, we haven't gotten any more in. So right now I am working on making beads for our June craft along club. We want to keep that bead hot while I think about what color we're going to do. I'm going to do, let's use this white stringer and do some dots. Oops. So our bead, nice and hot, heating up some of that white. We're going to go do a dot, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I'm going to heat up this white dot here. Now I'm going to touch it and pull off some material because that was a little too big. And now I'm going to change my left hand position, and we're going to go dot just in between opposite of the other white dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. Ooh, singeing my fingers. OMG says we just get like 8 people and share the room, sleepover. Yeah, pretty much. And says that would require having 7 friends. I'm an introvert broke ass crafter. Welcome to the club. I'm an extroverted introvert, but I just am tormented. We'll scoop you up. No worries. So you can kind of see how the dots are behaving on this one. So what I'm going to do is I am going to try to get them all melted in nice and flush. And now I'm going to heat up our orange. And I'm going to do a very generous dot encasing that full white dot. And you can see that's a big old glob. I like big old globs. Bloop, big old glob onto that one. Heating it up. And then keys. And then cutting it in the flame. And then heating it up. And that keys. There we go. And then cutting it in the flame. And then heating it up. And that keys. I bet you can't guess what's next. And then we're heating it up. And that keys. And then we're heating it up and cutting it in the flame. And there we go. That was like one whole rotation. And now we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. So in keys. And then we're going to cut it in the flame. And then we're heating it up. And then now keys. And then we're going to cut it in the flame. Heating it up. Now keys. And I want to make sure that I am fully encasing that white dot. And I want to keep my bead warm for certain. So I don't want the glass cracking on me because of a temperature shock. But I do not want it so hot that my white dot gets sucked up into the glass that we're putting on there. Now keys. There we go. And so now, if you can see how that is looking, now we're going to heat it up and melt it in. And this should give us like a really cool orange. We'll see. Yay, I'm gonna get scooped. Says Sugar. Could you do me a black bead with thin bands of dark red and green, one stripe of each? I feel like I could do that if I had the filigrana stringer, because currently my stringer application is very messy. But I need to get some more red stringer. Honestly, I could do, and the filigrana is like this stuff right here. So you can see this is a translucent green that's over a white core that's been encased in clear and then drawn out into a very consistent stringer. That's a filigrana, and I have had one that was red as well, and that way it keeps its shape really well. It keeps the colors from bleeding or changing shape. How are you doing, we do's it? Better be a big old scoop. But yeah, we're just melting those dots in. Slow and steady. And I don't know if you can see into the glow on this one. Then I just want to make sure that we're getting a good shape going on. Okay, so we're not like perfectly even, which we don't have to be, but it would have been nice for it to be a little more even. So I'm just going to see what I can do about that. And this is where I do like to use my right angle marker, just for kind of redistributing things. Again, trying to keep a consistent roll going. And I don't know if you're able to see how the dots are behaving on this, but they are very cool, I promise. But we did get a nice color strike, because otherwise we'd have been able to see the white through the clear on those dots. Bead is in the kiln, tucked in and annealing. Ah, thank you, Becca. Hey, blacksmith, how's it going? Yes, always more beads. How are you doing today, blacksmith? Ah, Anne says, I'd love to make a necklace in those colors. That'd be really cool. Brooke says, can we make color suggestions, or is that just commissions? If we're not doing custom work, normally I am open to color suggestions, but I had specifically set aside glass for making these beads for fulfilling our craft along kits. So long as it's like dark orange, light orange, or yellow, or clear orange, like I'm open to suggestions for combinations on those. But I am going to be sticking to this color family. And once I get all of these used up, I'm going to branch out into using this pale Sedona, or Sedona Light, Sedona Special Light maybe. And I have no idea what this color is, but it fluoresces under a black light. So I was going to try to use it and just see. My Oxycon ship today, can't wait. Nice. Is that your oxygen concentrator? Making sure that I'm understanding. Nice. Oh, are you excited? An oxygen concentrator, that makes it to where you don't need to go out and like buy tanks of oxygen, right? Or do you plug in directly to the concentrator, or do you like fill your own oxygen tanks? Jonesing for getting back on the torch. I understand that. It's like the Model T color options. Anything you want, as long as you want black. Yeah, pretty much. Right on, Anne. Yeah. We'll see what we can do. Ooh, clear orange with yellow dots. Yes, we shall do that. That's actually going to look really interesting. For the clear orange, I'm going to do just a little bit of a lighter orange for in the core, just because that's going to make it, it's going to look a lot nicer whenever I clean out the core. It'll give a color for showing through. So this is an opaque yellow, and I'm just going to wrap that around very minimally, just a little bit. And now we're going to take our orange transparent and we're going to heat this up. Also got a mini handheld torch that came in today too. Oh, that's neat. Right on, Yvette. We'll be here. Hey, the Stream Plus dinner quiche are making it to be stuck at work. Oh, ooh. Katrina says, what program do y'all use for editing photos for the website? We don't edit them. We just take them raw from the like camera in the phone. Though sometimes if I do any photo editing, it's on Procreate. Though all the background images and stuff were provided by Wix or through Parrot Digital Media, that's who designed our website for us. Oh, gotcha. They're making it much nicer to be stuck at work. Oh, I see. There's this little heart button that like I can't read the like last word of that sentence whenever it's blocked by that icon. Hey, dancing tree. Fire, 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 fire. I'm gonna change hands because my arm is tie-tie. How are you doing today? So again, using this bead roller to just kind of redistribute and smear around the glass. And that is a translucent orange, but I am going to add just a little bit more material because I like big beads. Breathing in vertical, that is a start. That's a good start. Okay. So I like just heating it up and then building it up and around. It's singeing my fingies, but I do like to get past where I punted them together. And just applying on a little bit more material. There we go. That should get us beefed up to where we can do dots. Michelle says, if anyone in Texas wants a dog/puppy, let me know. We have a boy and a girl left. We are still looking for homes for them. It's crazy here in Texas at the shelters and rescues. Oh, Michelle, I'm so glad y'all been able to find so many good homes so far. Dancing tree, part of my longevity plan. Nice. It's a good plan. It's a good plan. Okay, Blacksmith says for now, I'll be going directly from the Oxycon to the torch. Okay. Yeah, 6 dogs is too much. That's a lot of dogs. So just heating that up, letting it soak into the glass. And then I'm going to do a little smushy smush into the bead roller. Oh my gosh, Blacksmith. I made my very first marble kind of on accident the other day, and I think I'm going to have to start making marbles now. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm very excited to be doing it. Wow. Eventually I'll be getting an oilless compressor and a tank. Right on. It was terrible. Like, it's genuinely terrible. But I gave it to my husband for his 37th birthday. And I said, since I've been driving you crazy and you've lost your marbles, I thought I'd make you some. And so I think every year for his birthday, I'm going to try to make another marble. And this is definitely going to show improvement from marble 1 to marble 2. This is, I didn't know to let it set in the marver and then like heat it up in the torch and then go and put it in the kiln. But no, it's like all of the punty marks are there. It's got squashes in it. It's got like, it's just like little, it's terrible. Um, but I had so much fun and he seemed to like it. Ooh, you could make marbles to encase in wire or mail. That would be really cool. Not terrible special. It's terribly special. Blacksmith says, I'm going to be trying to do an implosion marble the next time I'm on the torch. Well, I'm going to have to keep an eye out for that because I'm going to be watching and taking notes. Because I have a marbleless husband that I need to make some marbles for. Okay, and now we're going to do the yellow dots, like yellow, or like this yellow. I got 3 different grades of yellow here. You want dark yellow, medium yellow, or light yellow? Yellow. Yeah, I found a video last week about implosions. Nice. Can you explain why? Hey, Myrtle. Myrtle says, can you explain why you put the bead in the kiln? What does that do? Well, oops, sorry. I have my kiln sitting at around 970 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's maintaining that temperature. And the point of that is whenever I put the bead in there, I need all of the glass molecules to be the same temperature. So it helps homogenize the temperature of the bead, and then it soaks it at that temperature. And then after an hour, whenever like we're done torching today, everything that the last bead that gets put in there, that's when my hour timer starts, and everything sits in there just soaking in the heat till it's the same temp. Then the heat shuts off and it's brick lined. So my kiln takes sometimes 8 to 12 hours to cool, and so everything within it is cooling at an even rate. And it just helps to make sure that the beads aren't going to crack, and that it releases any kind of like internal tension in the glass, or at least that is my understanding of it. So I hope that that's helpful to you. Blacksmith says an implosion marble is when you put a design inside the marble. They are very trippy. Randy lost all his marbles. Me too. Me too, buddy. Well, if only you knew somebody who was getting into the marble making business. I decided to go with the light yellow. Light yellow. But yeah, wrapping these and then putting them in chainmail would be cool. I want to include them in like little sculptures. So I'm just heating up the glass and then touching it too. Even though this is a dummy thick rod, I can still make a very tiny dot just by touching just the wee surface of it, and it just pinches off some of the glass, and then you pull it off and it just leaves a little dot behind. Oh, Blacksmith says the technique that I saw was you get a gather and then flatten out the gather, then you put a design on it, and then you melt it back into a gather, keeping it spinning so it stays round until it's the diameter you want. Oh, and that like, does that do that like thing? What? Where? Like, does it turn the design inside out, kind of? Oh, Sugar says, how long have you been making beads? I've been applying myself diligently since October of 2023, every Saturday, but I made my first beads back in 2018. first Lampwork glass beads at least. Okay, do we leave them a little nubbly and raised, or do we soak them in all the way? Hey, little sprite. Says, hello, I've been out and doing errands. Gotta tell you, Vaughn, I was wearing my gnome necklace and had 3 separate compliments. Ah, oh my gosh. Well, thank you for giving them our website. Anyone here ever see Jill's marble runs on YouTube? No, what's that? What's a marble run? I think I'm going to melt them in flat. And then maybe gravity swirl it if it looks chunky. We'll see. Ooh, nubby. Okay. Well, let me... There we go. It'll be like the slightest of nubbies. Lightly nubbied. There we go. The little nubbies. So we'll have to see how that looks. Man, these mandrels get hot. Whew. Burn my knuckles. Okay, so this next one, I'm going to do a bead. Ooh, Blacksmith says, are you talking about the marbles game? I've seen a few streamers doing marble runs where marbles run down a track racing for first place. Oh, goodness. Hey, Brooke, how's it going? We've got Brooke P and Brooke E. It's a crazy video game on Steam. Oh, okay. Me and kiddos love to make marble runs. Huh. What's a marble run? Like, it's a guy who makes these elaborate courses for marbles, but he narrates it like it's a real sport event. Marble Olympics even has a little stop motion torch lighting ceremony. Oh my goodness. Right on. I'll have to check that out. Are they very pretty marbles, I hope? Huh. Oh my goodness. I was picturing YouTubers and streamers racing against a marble, and I thought maybe I've been on the internet too long. But no, okay, that makes way more sense. The marbles are racing each other. I don't even know how to explain what I was picturing. There's all sorts of marbles. They make up teams. Okay. They're just little white balls that go down the tracks. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Because I was visualizing something along the lines of have y'all seen where people are doing obstacle courses riding hobby horses? I thought it was something like that. And I was like, I need to back off the internet a little bit. This is getting weird. But no, it's still just weird enough to keep me coming back. Well, now it doesn't sound as fun that it's just marbles and not humans running the course with the marble. There we go. Getting a nice core built up. Trading arms because my arm is tight. Okay. Heating this up. Do people place bets on the marbles? Is it like horse racing? Hobby horse competitions was new to me too. Track and field is getting weird. I mean, like, I get it, kind of. Like, I was one of those kids that it's like pretended to be a horse on the playground for a little too long compared to the other kids. It's like 10th grade and I'm still out there. Nay. Trying to get people to feed me out of their hands. Brooke says they're pretty elaborate courses, so it's kind of like a Rube Goldberg machine. Oh, or one of those complex domino setups, but with a narrative. I know what we're checking out with dinner this evening. Ooh, Myrtle says, is there a way to make glass beads glittery? There is. Both here on the torch and in our fusing kiln, we can add dichroic glass. Now, for me, on a torch, dichroic is still just something I'm learning in theory because I don't have any dichroic glass that's compatible with the 104 COE, which that's the coefficient of expansion. And you just don't want to mix coefficients is kind of a way to simplify it down. So when I'm doing glass fusing, my glass is a 96 COE. And here on the torch, it's a 104 COE that I'm using. It's called a soft glass. And the other type of torch glass is borosilicate. You may have heard that term elsewhere. Aw, Old Red Dragon says, I love marbles. Pity I lost mine. Oh. So do you just add some really fine dichroic frit at the last minute? I don't know. I've seen it done with dichroic glass that's like in a ribbon, and they'll be like, I don't know if it's completely encased or just on one side, and then you'll like touch it and wrap it. Like the Vardy glass has a tutorial that I remember watching. Okay, so what color did we just do on here? What color dots are we gonna do on here? We're gonna do this filigrana. Or does that's the last little bit that I have of my yellow filigrana. But there's also something called mica powders that you can add. They are not just Pearlex pigments. They're intended for the very high temperatures of fusing into torch. But again, I don't have much experience with those either. And then the category that I do have a touch of experience in would be the aventurines, which I have some blue, and I've been able to find some gold, but haven't purchased it yet. Aventurine, which is like shimmering, very much like if you're familiar with gemstone beads, like a blue goldstone. Which even though a lot of folks, on their websites sell blue goldstone as a gemstone, it's actually just a man-made glass, like a opalite. But that's okay; it's still gorgeous. But it's a glass that has, I think, copper bits, copper or some other metal perhaps suspended in it, giving it that beautiful metallic shimmer of glitter. And I have a blue aventurine of that I actually tried using in Randy's marble, and it adds a nice little bit of shimmer. But also, that's just the limited. Those are the things that I'm aware of, which I'm not aware of much. I'm still learning. Rave in the chat. Ooh, Katrina says you can also add aventurine glass. Looks very similar to goldstone. Yes. What would be that could be fun to see glittery glass beads? Yeah. Now towards the end of this stream, we'll be going through and looking at what I made in the kiln in the previous week. And so if you want to see how today's beads come out, we'll be showing that in next week's Saturday Lampwork Glass live stream. So I'm just heating it and letting it melt in. I love the way that the filigrana kind of really easily builds up beautiful layers within the bead. I'm just gonna get that to rolling, and then I'm gonna bring it down a bead cell size and roll it some more. Oh, I love a good roly bead, y'all. That is nice. And beautiful. I think we're gonna leave that one exactly as it is. Why, hello there. And it doesn't look like much right this sec, but I think that's going to be one of my favorites when we get it out of the kiln. Ooh. So I'm just pushing these on into the kiln. There we go. And there we are. Excellent. Just clearing out more space for more beads. Hey Lorena, how's it going? I put some aventurine green in a pot melt I did, and the whole piece came out sparkly. Oh, nice. How did you, can you explain pot melts to me? Pretty please. Oh, Lorena says, what are you working on? I'm late. We are making some of the beads that we will be sending out in our June craft along kits with the project for this month, which is one of them. Well, it's going to be 2 projects that use this style of bead. So I was going to try to get like 100 beads made. That way we'd have more than enough for the subscription kits, and hopefully to be able to post like at least 30 or more up on the website for sale. So we'll have to kind of see how things are going for that. Ooh, Myrtle says, can you add a thin bit of transparent blue film for the cam? Yeah. So we're going to do, let me set this down. Ooh, there's our super high quality. So there you can see how the flame has changed. Hey, Randy, could you moderate for me? Whoop. Well, sometimes if I turn the oxygen knob too fast, it'll put out my propane. Is that okay? And so we're getting that lit back up. Katrina says you throw a bunch of fusible glass into a special mold that is elevated from the kiln shelf, then the glass melts through and drips down from the mold from the holes in the bottom and forms a big puddle. Nice. Okay. And then do you like cut it up with a ring saw, or do you like smash it? Thank you, honey. Because I think I've seen folks just use like terracotta pots, but then there's a lady that I follow on Instagram who makes beautiful sheet or screen melts and uses like this like big screen setup. But I don't know how to do that, and I really want to learn because it looks beautiful, but I don't know how much cold working that's going to take. And cold working feels very time consuming and a little overwhelming. Oh, these glasses pinch my nose so bad. That's okay, we'll get through it. Ah! I'm okay. it's just exploding hot glass everywhere. It's fine. So I'm actually going to pick up that big old glob of glass that broke off, because waste not, want not. Heating that up. Soft glass is very shocky. Makes me very nervous because I am flammable and made of meat. Marina says, that's amazing. Lampwork has gone up in price. I hoard them. All right on. I was watching a documentary by Corning Museum of Glass about how, beads being one of the most ancient forms of currency, that it's like this was clearly used as, trade and everything, is fascinating to me. So I feel like there's some validity there to hoarding beads. I know glass is only getting more expensive, it seems. Right on, Blacksmith says, that's why I'm going with Boro. Right on. Big thing is you want lots of clear glass and light colors to keep it from getting muddy looking. That's a good point. Thank you for that tip. Jean says, why is it doing that? If the glass is, if I'm heating it too fast, it can tend to pop. If there's like a crack in the glass that stops the heat from, or a bubble that stops the heat from transferring evenly, then it can make a shocky pressure point and it'll pop. Right on, sugar. Well, thank you for hanging out with us. Brooke says, so what is different about borosilicate glass? Well, to my understanding, its COE is like 33, I think, and it's like Pyrex. It's much more resistant to that cracking and stuff. So, and it does very well. Like, think of it like your Pyrex baking dishes, and like I'm thinking of my really nice Pyrex measuring cup that I can just dump boiling water into and not have to worry about it shattering. So that, in my mind, that's borosilicate. Though I'd love to hear from people who actually work with boro. I think they'd know better than I do. So we're just rotating around nice and slow, keeping our mandrel parallel to the horizon so our bead doesn't go like lumpy and sideways. Now, does it take a hotter flame to work boro? So low COE equals less expansion with heat equals more durability. Is the melting point higher? I think you are correct. That tracks to what I've learned, but I'd give it a Google just to be certain. Basically need an oxypropane setup. Map gas doesn't get hot enough, I think. Oh, okay. And the annealing is at 1050 for boro instead of 950 for soft. Gotcha. That is very cool. Okay, so I think I'm going to do zigzag dots on this one again. And so I've got this little bit of like dark orange stringer. It's either a dark orange or a light red, I'm not certain, with my purple glasses on. And so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on that side. And so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Now with borosilicate, can you still just wear the same duodenum glasses as what you do with soft glass, or would you need something a little stronger? Ooh, singeing my fingies, that's okay. Ah, that's the last dot. There we go. Hey, KL Mama, how you doing? And then, okay. Hey, Christina, how's your weekend going? So we're gonna heat these up and let it start soaking in. Just saw something about King Tut in the glass from outer space. Now that sounds very intriguing. Had a great date yesterday. A lot getting done with house, restore, and new market. Oh, Christina, that's awesome. Oh, camera's out. Thank you for letting me know. Well, there it is. How do I flip it back around? Wait, that's the wrong camera. I see. Okay. Oh, this is tricky. Okay, so I'm going to slide that blue filter out because it's not maintaining tension anymore. You good? Awesome. My daughter has a friend that does a consignment store for art, and she said she's going to make room for me to put my stuff in there. Oh, that is exciting. The Boro class I took, we just used regular duodenum glasses. Oh, okay. Thank you guys so much for letting me know. Now that y'all have seen officially the worst camera angle of me, I'm sorry. Okay, getting these melted in, and then I'm gonna roll it in my bead roller. Glass formed from meteor impacts was used in several ancient civilizations. Moldavite and Libyan glass are examples. Oh, that's so cool. We saw some specimens of Moldavite at the Gem and Mineral Show. And that's just the neatest stuff. Okay, so heating that in again. Giving it a little roly roll. And now I'm going to go over it with clear. And then I think I'm going to move on to the new color scheme because I want to see how that looks. And I may want to layer. Why are you like this? I wanted to layer some of those other colors onto it as well. So I think what's happening is as I set my tools into their into the tool rack, I think it's the cold metal is touching the rod and it's giving it a shock line. Okay, so I'm just getting that heated up. I want want to do just a dot, and then a dot, and then a dot, and then a dot. Now keys. There we go. And a dot. And now we're going to flip it to the other side. Ooh, hey Joe, says working and lurking over here, but how are you enjoying the new time slot? I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm exhausted, but I think that's just life now. I think I'm enjoying it. I was able to get quite a bit of stuff done today while we still had daylight. I mean, the sun's still up, but the bulk of the day is behind us. So I don't know yet, but it's what we needed to do to be able to do other things today as well. So more importantly, what do y'all think of the new time slot? Also, I have 2 new baby rats. Ooh, one is 5 weeks and the other's 2 weeks. Doesn't even have eyes open yet and feeding formula every 2 hours. Oh my goodness. Becca says, so far I like it. Nice. Hey, the bodega says, yay, I made it. What I missed? Glass blowing? We are making some Lampwork glass beads today. These are the beads that we're going to be sending out in our June craft along kits. So I kind of want to get like all of them made. That way I can do the video for the project. And tomorrow we ship out the first batch of kits. So for June. So we're a little late this month, but Randy was ill and then we had to kidnap the child and everything's good. Lil Sprite says, yes, I like it. I was able to get lots done and still see you. Nice. This definitely gives me time to get stuff done during the day and not miss anything. Right on. That makes me happy. I can hardly wait for my box, says Becca. Ooh. Here, let me get this bead rolled and then I'm going to catch up on comments. Oh. There we go. Oh, I love that. There's that, and I'm going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to go pop this into the kiln. Oh, and I'm going to take those glasses off for a sec. Let's see. I'm going to try to catch up on comments. But yeah, I figured I'd kind of do my regular work day and then get to spend a little bit of time here in the evening with y'all. Just getting to hang. Laura says, you have to do what is best for you and your family. Owl is just as unique, me too. You're the greatest, Laura. You really are. Oh, Lorena says, you're such a talented artist and hard worker. Oh, thank you. I wish I could give you a hug, actually. My husband and I are at Costco shopping, and so I'm going to have to go. We're heading out. Wanted to say hello. Well, thank you so much for popping in, Lorena. I hope you all had a good grocery trip and have a safe drive home. Bottega says, I got hung up on making a mimic treasure chest and was afraid I missed the live show. Nah, you good. We're trying a different live stream time slot for today, just to kind of see how things go. But I think on future streams we may just go until 7, because 8 p.m. is kind of close to my bedtime. Like 9 p.m. I start winding down for bedtime, so trying to get like fed and everything. But we'll see how things go. Dancing Tree says, I like evenings, still not used to your afternoon time. Right on. But yeah, because that's on Fridays. We go from 2 to 6. And I think, ooh, KO Mama says, how much of supplies should I have together? How do you mean? Like for the craft along kits or? Yeah, the rubber on this is just not holding up. It's gone gooey. Ooey gooey. Me no likey. Oh, to put in store. Well, I think a lot of that depends on how much space the store has allotted for you. Like, do you need to fill up like a whole 10 by 10 area, or is it like a 3 foot wide section but quite tall? So I think that would I would find out what your display space requirements are and then prioritize what you can fit within that space. Laura says I lose math skills at 3 p.m. and I'll brain function at 8 p.m. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make myself some little thermoplastic ear holders. Lighten back up. Getting that switched on. And now we're gonna try this. It's either, I think it's light Zucca special. Zucca. Joe says, I'm the opposite. I can be completely brain dead during the day, but come 6 to 7 p.m., I'm wide awake until 2 to 3 a.m. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. KO Mama says, been finishing up things to get product together. But yeah, I'm such a fiend for trying to get ahead on like creating inventory, because especially after my hand injury, it's like that really put us behind and made preparing for Dragon Con and having website sales and all of these things, like I didn't have enough inventory made. And I feel very strongly that I want to prepare for the sales that I want to have. So even if I only sell 10 things, if I have 100 things, then I am ready to be that successful. Because I've been to shows where we only sold 10 things, but we've also been to shows where we sold out of some stuff, and it's like if I'd had more of those, we'd have made more money because they were flying off the shelf. And I don't like being in that situation. And I especially didn't like being in the situation when my hand was hurt and I couldn't craft and I didn't have things for sale. So I always try to stow away some pieces for a rainy day, for if I had a hard week or something, and like home life usurped work life, and well, if I have some like a tutorial already shot or some jewelry already made, then that's what we can do for that week's videos and shop update. So if I were to have a booth somewhere, and let's say I could have 20 pieces of jewelry on display, 5 earrings, 5 bracelets, 5 necklaces, 5 rings, or something like, it's like, well, I'd try to make sure that I had 100 pieces made total. That way, I can sell out 4 times over or something. Did any of that math make any sense? I think the math probably doesn't line up, but I think y'all get the gist, hopefully, of what I'm getting at. So we currently in our booth, let me not work in hypotheticals because it just gets me confused, but I know for a fact we need to display 100 bracelets at a time. That's how many we fit on our bracelet bars. And so if I want to prepare for the sales I would like to have, I want to show up with 400 bracelets. Now, this is our full 10 by 20 booth, and this is in preparation for our absolute biggest show of the year. And we are not going to sell all 400 bracelets, but we may sell 200 of them and still have a decent color and design selection where I'm that much more ready for my next craft show That way, if I get sick after Dragon Con, the way I do almost every year, then, well, I'm that much more ahead for the next one now. Oh, well, thank you, Joe. He says the new site looks beautiful, by the way. Thank you. I'm very pleased with it. We've made a couple of sales, so I'm glad that it works. Lexa says, yeah, I'm a night owl. I can't function in the mornings. I didn't used to be a morning person, but I've started being more and more of a morning person over the past, like, probably 2 years. And I don't mind it, but man, I'm useless. I think I'm just useless all day now, regardless of the time of day. Jean says, my glasses where it fits on my nose breaks me out. Oh no. Hey Dave, how are you doing? Let me add just a little bit more of this color to get our base bead to be even. So, and I think there's a couple of different layers of color going on in this glass. So I really like doing these long, skinny, stringy smears across the surface of the bead. Becca says, I'm a morning and night person. It's the middle part of the day that I want to sleep through. Nice prime napping time. Oh, I love a good nap. And that's part of, I was kind of hoping that with our later in the day live streams that I'd be able to like keep getting up at like 6 and then do like garden and everything and do what I need to do through the day and then take a smidge of a nap before our live stream starts at 5 on Saturdays. Filling face haul. Ooh, what you eating? But the 2 to 6, I can't really take a nap before that one. Sometimes we don't know until we try a thing whether or not it's going to suit us. Lasagna, show bobs, stew milk. So I'm just heating it up. Did you ever decide to make orders for back orders of subscription boxes? That becomes tricky for us because we don't always have like we'll run out of one type of cab or another, or we'll run out of the wire. So we don't offer back orders of the subscriptions, but we do put those cabochons up for sale on the website. And so you can kind of do an assembling it kit where you can purchase the cabs that you particularly like. Though, perhaps at the end of June, depending on what we have, we may be able to assemble like a few and have like, we might have 3, we might have 10. But part of it is it's tricky for us to keep those boxes. Don't seem like they take up a lot of space, but larger inventory like that does start to accumulate pretty rapidly. And so we'd very much rather store it in its loose cabochon form, if that makes sense. Right on, Dave. Okay. So now I'm going to heat up this fluorescent yellow, which that's not what it's called. I actually lost the little tag on it. Woo! I lost the tag, so I don't know the color's name. And it was in line with our greens, so I have no idea what color this is, but I'm gonna try it. Boop. Boop. There's two. There's three. There's four. And there's five. So coming around. Would y'all like for me to zoom in? There's one. There's two. There's three. There's four. And there's five. I'm not gonna lie, I'm low-key hoping that these evening live streams will help some of y'all to get to bed. So it's gonna be night stories in the craft room. Where I just narrate the bead making. You can just tuck yourself on in for a sleepy sleep. So we're gonna heat that in, except of course when I throw the microphone on the floor. But that's okay. So I'm gonna heat that in. I wanna see how these two colors move on each other. We get a nice even zigzag line, or if it gets rambunctious on us. There's no telling until we try. Good and rolly, I love that. So there we have another bead. Now you can see that little bit of where the glass is poking out funny there on the side. I call that like a pomegranate pucker, and I'm able to remove it with my Dremel whenever I'm tidying up the beads, because we remove them from their bead release. Like after they've annealed and cool completely, I stick them into like a jar with just water and I let them soak overnight. It doesn't have to be overnight. I just usually end up getting to it the next day. But then it just comes off real easy, and I kind of go and like move the bead along the mandrel. That way it removes more of that material, the bead release. Oh, that's a really nice yellow. Okay. Like that's like a nice yellow. Fantastic. I didn't realize I had any translucent yellows. So maybe if we did a little bit of white in the core. Okay, that's what we'll do for this next one. But and then I use a Dremel to clean out the rest of the bead release from the inside of the bead. And whenever I'm cleaning out the bead release, I'll go ahead and tidy up any inconsistencies around the hole of the bead to make it nice, you know. I try to avoid having to do that, but it is a way to fix stuff up if necessary. Just heating up that bead release. We're going to see how this does zoomed in for y'all. Then we're going to heat up our white. Search the heavens and the earth below. Nobody knows. Through the darkness, through the dawn. When I look like you. Hey, Lori. Oh, iced coffee in hand, ice pack on back. Got a little overzealous in the gardens today. Oh no. But to come in and find you creating away just makes my night. Oh, what else did you do in the garden today? And that sounds like a good way to end a garden Saturday. Um, I'm hoping I'll be able to spend some time in the garden getting good and filthy tomorrow. But tomorrow is, for us, it is shipping day and it is house cleaning day. So I'm going to be vacuuming everything. And we've done a pretty good job of like keeping up with like the dishes and everything. But like I'll catch up on laundry tomorrow. If the stove or anything needs tackled, we'll do that. But I'm also probably going to try to mow the grass and just anywhere where there's been slack picking up. I like to hit it Sunday to kind of do our weekly reset of the home. Because like we just accumulate. Like I've got a super long box on the floor over here from our new Vistaprint banner, and like I haven't even opened it yet because we just haven't had a chance. That's the kind of stuff that we take care of on Sunday, and kind of try to set ourselves up for success for the coming week. But there are two garden beds in particular that I really need to take care of. I need to get some squash harvested in the backyard, 3 beds. I need to get some squash harvested. I need 4 beds. I need to pull the Jerusalem artichokes and pokeweed out of the balm bed by the pond. Is 170-gallon bucket from like Lowe's. It's pond makes it sound fancy. And then hello, world of strange. How was your day? And then I need to plant some pole beans and cucumbers. And then I need to pull all the pokeweed out of the side bed and on the front porch and put the rosemary pots in. So tomorrow is just gonna be a full day, but that is poor creature. That's future Ron's problem. Bless her pea picking heart. Ooh, I gotta pick peas too. Sugar snap, sugar snap. Ooh, fire. New day for me tomorrow as well as weed pulling from around some bushes in the morning. Rest of the day is laundry and deep cleaning. We will be cleaning our homes in solidarity. It's nice. I love having a home to take care of. Though it would be nice if it just figured out how to not get so dusty. Because I hate dusting. Apartment life is not for me. Gotcha, Becca. Yeah. Even whenever we lived in apartments, though, it was nice to, clean the stove and try to get the bacon grease off the top of the fridge and just the hazards of living. I like to chisel away the gunk once a week. My house is never going to be like clean, but I can try. And if anybody says anything about it, I'll take a chisel to them. Jean says that makes me sad. This is the first year, oh goodness, in 50 years that I have nothing planted in my garden. It's been too wet to till it. Right on. Well, I'd go out there and throw some handfuls of like clover or something down, like clover seeds, just to let it cover crop. And then next year you might be able to till it in and get, kind of give the soil a break. Ooh, World of Strange says, which concrete tart? Going con tomorrow. Oh, get to climb up the ladder and clean out the gutters that are full of branches and leaves from the hailstorm we had last week. A little scary, but it's got to get done. Yeah, our gutters are so packed full of like Lord knows what that they aren't even functioning anymore. That's probably part of the mosquito problem. But that I am not addressing tomorrow. Good luck to you, the little sprite. Anime Blues Con. Nice. We used to try to get into that one, but they keep a pretty tight dealer's room. I think they're run by George is the gentleman's name. Or it was. This was pre-2020. Ooh, Jean says, I've in the past dug holes and put potting soil in it, then planted cucumbers. Nice. Yeah, I've always been really grateful that we took the time and energy and resources to put in, what you call them, raised beds. Ooh, I want to do this stringer. Also, I had to trim my fingernails today, so now I can't pick anything up. It's making me wild. And I'm just going to whoop. And it's very thin. So it's kind of, I'm just going to drop it and rotate. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Ooh. And now I'm going to go like, that's fine. Oops. I'm going to use this little bit. I'm going to do just some little dots. Whoop. 2, 3. Oh, that's hot. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, too hot. Oh, Tracy says I could eat my weight in cucumbers. I've seen her do it. No. No man can eat 50 cucumbers, but Tracy can. No, I have very pleasant memories of sitting on Tracy's couch just eating cucumbers. I had a cucumber today, Tracy, from the garden. I harvested it yesterday. I think it's going to be the only one that I get off the vine because the bugs are getting to it. Oh my, 50 cucumbers. If only there were a tool to hold small bits of stringers. Yeah. If only. Tweezers would have been a really good idea, wouldn't they? Ooh, actually, I'm going to go like this. Go heat this up. And I'm going to touch it. And I'm going to turn it. Needle nose pliers or tweezers. Right on. Ooh, Keep Tart says next one will be CreepyCon in Knoxville in August, and then MonsterCon back here in November. MonsterCon in Memphis? Mm. Okay, so I'm going to re-encase this in yellow, but just like kind of randomly. I kind of want this one to be globby and weird. All right, let's get that heated and rolled in. Okay, time to head out, getting ready for my stream. Bye, Blacksmith. Have a great rest of your night and a very good stream. I've in the past. Okay, I read that. Perhaps MonsterCon, but not the others. Gotcha. Ooh! You may be vending MonsterCon? That's going to be exciting. We haven't done any of those shows. We're headed to Heroes Con next week. Oh, good luck to you guys. Do you have any new designs that you're excited about for Heroes Con? Sweet Tart says, thinking about it. Horror is my vibe. Nice. Ooh, cucumber salad with sweet vinaigrette dressing. Ooh, the pinup and the tie-dyed pinball wizard. Nice. The pinball wizard. Pinball wizard has such a supple wrist. How do you think he does it? I don't know what makes him so good. Can't hear no buzzes of bell. Plays by sense of smell. Herpin' derpin' doo. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alrighty, y'all. I think I've done all I can for this bead. There we go. It's just all lumpy. I'm gonna heat it up again. Oh, we should do a gravity swirl. Okay, that's what we're doing. So for the gravity swirl, I am going to slowly heat and rotate the whole bead because whenever we take it out of the heat, it is losing some heat radiating out, but it is also soaking into the core as well. And we want this whole bead just a little, not quite soupy, but we want it moving. We want it molten. Because then, and I gotta hurry because I'm starting to get heat transferring up the rod like it's burning my fingies. But this is my shortest rod too. Hey Saki girl, how's it going? So I'm just heating and then turning and heating and then turning. Going great here. How are you? We're doing really well. Just making some beads this evening. Taking that around. Cold blows on me till I tremor and gently falls the rain. And then we rotate it, and we're just letting the mass of the bead kind of shift around. And then ticking it around. All right, I think that's a really good shape. Then I'm gonna start letting it cool. Because I don't want it to lose its shape. Okay, let us take a sip. Keep trying to convince Vaughn to try that one. Oh, the Comic Expo in October. I'm gonna have to retake a look and do another cost analysis and see, because we kind of hadn't done well in Memphis in a few years last time we had done Memphis shows. Like it was, we used to do like really well, and then we were like, we're doing okay, and then it was like we got real close to losing money. And it was that way for like 2 years, real close to losing money. So it's, we may go and just attend more than anything. Oh, and it's your birthday. Yeah, I'd rather go and attend and get to hang out with you for your B-Day than to have to set up the whole booth and do all that. because it's, oof, grid walls just work. There's nothing fun about grid wall. I have fun with the jewelry part, but the grid wall, that's just hand hurting work right there. Increasing the flame a little. I'm gonna try this dark zucca on this really dark orange. I'll take whatever I can get right on event. So building this up and around. Sometimes I'm alone. Sometimes I'm alone. Alone. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do. Hey Wendy. What you doing? What you doing? You wanna come here? Ooh, it's gonna be at the actual convention center this year. That'll be cool. I'm wondering if they're increasing their dealer's room size to match the bigger space. I just miss you. Ah, well, yeah, that happened. Whoopsie. I'll heat this up and pick it up and heat it up and put. Yeah. That is the sweetest cat video. Yes, it is. Sometimes I'm alone. Sometimes I'm alone. Hello. Hello. Hi. I love you. I do actually. What you making? Ooh, he making bracelets. Making bracelets. Making bacon bracelets. Take the bacon and you put it in the bracelet. Making bracelets. Ooh, I need to check and see on. I had ordered some stuff on Etsy, y'all, that I am excited about. So it's been a hot minute since we have done leather working. And I don't mean to keep blaming everything under the sun on my hand injury, but it's really freaking hard to cut through leather when you got boo-boo hands. So my boo-boo hands hurt. And so I haven't been doing a lot of leather working because then it's also hitting stuff with a hammer, also boo-boo on the hands. And I've learned a thing about some stuff. They're gonna be in a drawer on the far left, bottom shelf. I think the middle drawer of those little three. Do you see? The very farthest left one? That is the set of drawers. Oh yeah, I found out about leather dies, which are like these like mega cookie cutters that you put into like a little thing that goes like squish real hard, and it cuts out your leather for you. Thank you, honey. Oh, you found them? You're the greatest. And so, and I found it's Weaver Leather in Texas, and I am going to send them our corset pattern and see if they can make a custom leather die that will cut out our corset pattern. And that way I can just go like splish and it'll just cut it out, holes and everything. And then I can be making leather again because I just need something to make that part that's hardest for me and hardest on me smoother. I just don't know how we're gonna pull it off. So, ooh, Lori says, "How was Randy's birthday?" I think it was pretty good. We went and ate Cece's Pizza. We had needed to do like a gas run into town, so we went to Lowe's and got some mulch, and then we went to the gas store and we swapped out the oxygen and propane tanks, and then we ate Cece's Pizza. And then he took Maddie and I to, because Abby's at work, but he took Maddie and I to Ulta, and I got eyeliner. um, and that was it. That was Randy's birthday. He seemed to have a really good day. Like, we made food and then ate it, and that was pretty nice. We had cream cheese frosted cinnamon rolls, and Abby made Randy like a really nice card. And she had some happy birthday candles that sing happy birthday, or like make the music. Hey, La Esoterica, how are you doing today? And like we got to just hang out, and it was a pretty chill, just fun day. Yay, squish. Ooh, Jean says, can you use a rotary cutter for any leather working? If I'm using a very thin, like pig or goat skin, I can get away with using a rotary cutter. But for the heavy vegetable tanned leather that I like to use for our corsets and a lot of our masks and headdresses, the rotary cutter isn't a very good option when it's in my hands. Now, there may be other leather workers who are able to pull off, what they're doing with a rotary cutter, but I find I have a lot more control with like a box knife or a blade the blade is stationary and the leather is being pulled against the blade. Nobody knows how to get back home. We headed out so long ago. I'm well, just got in from Dad's birthday dinner. We had Italian. Oh, I hope we had a nice birthday. Is he too big for birthday spankings? Yeah. No comment. And now I think I'm gonna do we do some clear on top of these? Let's do some clear on top of them and see how that looks. And now I'm just trying to put a clear dot on top of each of those colored dots we had added. And I'm hoping that this will give us like a really nice spread and lensing effect into the glass. Boop. There we go. Got all that clear melted in. Ooh, Jean says, have you thought about an electric rotary cutter, or is it too dangerous? Well, I've seen electric rotary cutters used on like stacks of fabric, and I just don't know really. I don't know how it would do with the leather, but I am very excited about these dyes, and we do have some on the way, so I'll be able to get a good idea of how they work and how that goes for us, because I was able to find on Etsy, we had found and ordered where they look like tree leaves. There's a maple variety, an oak variety, and then something that looks like a chestnut or an elm, like just kind of in almond shaped leaves with toothed edges. So I think that's going to look really nice. And I got each of those designs in 3 sizes. And so we'll be able to put them into our never need actually, and with a cutting board underneath it, and cut out from our leather like that. And I'm hopeful that that will really enable us to make our maple leaf costumes, like the maple leaf edging on our corsets and stuff, because it's all of those very tight, fine details that are so difficult. Getting into all the little crevices, in between the sections of leaves of a maple or oak, or especially the toothed edges. And so I am definitely going to be doing a tutorial showing how we use those. Just because, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, sometimes the best way to learn how to do something on the internet is to just do it kind of wrong. And then, like, everybody on the internet's going to tell you the correct way that I should have done it. So I'm just going to do the leather working and be like, I'm going to do it like this. And then people who actually know what they're doing will come and let me know. Now, I'm very lucky that here on our YouTube channel, so many folks are so kind and patient and are excellent teachers themselves in sharing the techniques and things. And so I'm actually looking forward to, like, I learned more stuff about resin, y'all. If you go to my resin or experiments in resin video, the comment section on that is everything that you'll ever need to know about resin. And it's good information, and it's all in one place. So there's that one looking pretty cool. Alrighty. Double cheeseburger with bacon, lettuce, tomatoes, and pickles with sweet potato fries. That's what's for supper tonight. Oh, nice, Lori. That sounds delicious. I think Randy and Maddie are going to be making some doctored up frozen pizzas. And I think it's going to be yummy. And perhaps like a can of green beans or something. All right. Powering through, you guys. We're in production mode. How are the girls? They're doing well. Abby's working so hard that we don't get to see very much of her, but I'm really proud of her that she's doing what she needs to do to get her things done. And I think Maddie's doing good if we're not working her to death. So I trust her to let us know if we're overworking her. So, but I'm having a blast too. So I hope the girls are as well. And then the chickens, all 6 of our chicks are growing so well. They're getting to where they're a little too big for their cage, but they're not quite big enough to be able to be safely contained within the enclosure. So I think I'm going to have to take like the dog kennels outside and put some chickens in my dog crates. Ooh, Jean says, oh, venison tacos, Dancer Tree. That sounds good. Jean says, I might be signed up with y'all again to get your emails. Right on. Did you get our email for today? I really hope everybody did, because I worked very hard trying to make sure that I actually got it taken care of. Okay, I'm going to do another one with that transparent yellow. And I just want to do a little bit of white for the core. And I'm just using a 2mm stringer. And then, so there's that. Are they all named now? They are. Ebony ended up being, she is not an Australorp. She is a barred rock. So she has been renamed Ebenezer. That way we can get an Australorp and name her Ebony. And then, so there's Honey, there's Butter, and there's Biscuit. And then there's Ebenezer, Bob, and Shafid. are the chicks this year. And Honey is doing really well, but she is still the most skittish and like standoffish. Bob is just a harassment case waiting to happen. She's just very sassy. She's an Easter egger, and so is very like high energy and alert and like defensive, which is fine and good for the flock. She does not like getting held. Ebenezer is a cuddle bug and keeps trying to like climb all over me. But that's okay. Shathid's a turd, but she'll be good. Like I could see her trying to kick a hawk's butt. Like right now, she doesn't even have all of her big girl feathers, and she would take on a hawk. Like I don't know if she would win, but she would try. Biscuit is a sweetie. She's probably going to be broody. Like if she turns out broody, I will not be surprised. Oh, really? Honey butter biscuit cracks me up every time. Well, it's Honey is a Will Summer, so she looks very, very deep red. So think like unfiltered honey. Butter is a buff Orpington, so she's like a pale blonde. And then Biscuit is a New Hampshire red, so she's a little bit between. She like a toasted buttermilk biscuit, like uh, but yeah, so those girls, and then Shathid and Ebenezer are both barred rocks, which is a really pretty like striped feathers kinda. And then Bob is an Easter egger, which she's looking so much grayer than Nutmeg, who's a very like tan toned Easter egger. But it's hard to tell; they don't have all their big girl feathers yet. Hey Teresa, how's it going? Ooh, Dancing Tree says, haven't checked email, got a notification. Right on. But yeah, I think what's going to be really helpful is if folks sign up for our free email, our newsletter list. And then if you add us to your contacts, that way we don't get filtered into your spam folder. Now, that being said, we can't be having folks sending us like email chains and stuff like that. Yeah, Cat and Cauldron said, so good to hear Honey is doing well. Yes, like she's so petite and like not frail looking, but she just has, you know how Arabian horses just have very interesting features compared to other horses? Honey has a very like she has a very petite and like aquiline. I don't know if that's the right term. I don't know, but like her face is so she's beautiful. She's just beautiful and has so much poise. Almost in the same like very dainty like little feet. Um and her tail is very like bright and upright. Right on. Bye, Cat and Cauldron. Yes. Yvette says, excuse me, did you name one Shathid? I did, and you spelled it right too. So there's no hyphen. Bye, Cat and Cauldron. The Shathid kept picking on Honey, so I was like, this one's gonna be Shathid. So you're welcome, Creep Tart. It makes me happy to make you happy. I love you too, Yvette. No, don't work too hard. I had a student with that name pronounced that way when I was a teacher. Oh my goodness. We had seen it in like a meme, and it always made Randy and I laugh like really hard. And so we figure it's our little neck of the woods in this simulation, so we may as well enjoy ourselves. I'm actually gonna do some yellow dots over these white dots. So it's just gonna be yellow on yellow. Like it's got a white core and then the translucent yellow layer that looks beautiful bright orange right now, but it should cool down to a nice yellow. And then with these ones, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna go like neck keys. Then I'm gonna heat it up and I'm gonna go whoop. There we go. I don't think I sent it to you, but there's a crafter out there that makes jewelry out of. Oh goodness! Like, do they take donations? Like Jiminy Christmas. Excited Mark. I mean, beads are expensive. You got to be resourceful. So I don't know if you're able to see on these ones, but I purposefully put on a really big hot glob that and then pulled up. That way it'll pull a little bit of a stringer of that white glass up into the yellow, and I'm hoping that that'll give it like a really neat effect. It's pretty well made, but there's extra she threw. Oh no! Oh, Yvette. What? No, this is World of Strange. Welcome to the internet. Goodness. It's good for the environment and morale. Or something, I'm sure. At least you know they love what they make. Or they love making it. Okay, I'm gonna stop. But that's enough internet for today. Yep. All right, guys. Let's all go touch grass. I'll see you on Monday. Actually, we have a tutorial tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow for the tutorial. We're gonna melt that in, and I'm gonna leave it just a little nubby because I love it. To do this. Oh no! Oh my gosh! Ah! Memorial jewelry. I'm gonna put just a little bit more yellow on the tips of each of these. Hey Edwin. Says well, it probably costs a load at least. They need some milk. Oh my god, and they died on the little inside. Well, yes. I'm just mad I didn't think of it first. This bead needs dots in it. Alright, I'm going to zoom out just a smidge because I want y'all to be able to see what it is that I'm doing. Boop. So I'm just heating up the dot and then pushing my pick into it. And so it's just making like a big old belly button. What's up, Z-Dog? I have not gotten to spend enough time with my critters. Like, they're all getting basic care, but I haven't been able to, like, be with them. But fortunately, the girls are here, and it makes me really happy that I'll walk by and Abby will have Ember in her lap. Or, oh my god, Maddie was covered in Z and Ember were both laying on her the other night. Yeah, glass mainly, full show. No kidding though, it's quality. I made my joke. Now back to the shadows. Bye, Edwin. Yeah, I like the evening shift with y'all. Very chill vibes. Okay, so now we're just going to heat this in. Oh, are you going to make the ear wires that hold a bead? Well, not today. Vivian's like, well, nope. Yeah. I found a craft that I don't think I want to do. Unless. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Her name is Amanda Booth on Facebook for the brave and the curious. I wish her all the success in the world. Yeah, I'm gonna melt this one into round. You okay, honey? Oh, that's gonna look so neat. Okay. So I think this is as good as it's gonna get. So we're gonna pop this one into the kiln. And I think that is my last bead for the evening. So we're actually going to, after a very short bathroom break, we are going to go through and take a look at the beads that we made last week. So I will be right back, y'all. Had to take a sec to find my microphone. Alrighty, y'all. So let us see. Oh, this chair's up high. Can you help me swap chairs? Oh, thank you, baby. Oh, yes. All right. You putting the clasp bend on that one? Well, thank you. Alrighty, guys. Oh my goodness. I'm all like, oh! If you hadn't made it, and if it was all, oh goodness. Okay, let me catch up on comments for just a sec. Let me go grab this. Okay, so I put that last bead in because we have about an hour left on the kiln, and I don't want my last bead to not be properly annealed. So hey Tashers, how's it going? There we go. Okay, how are we doing this evening? I am whooped. I am whooped, but I am good. Let's see here. Gotta get this. Oh, it's polymer clay. Okay. She puts me into it. She makes the powder she puts on the clay. Oh, you're good, Tashers. We are doing a different schedule today. So let's see. Okay. And this is, I'm really hoping we can get like scenes set up because I'm hoping that this will be a little easier to get like, boom, there's that. Now we're going to transform this by rotating, boom, like that, boom, like that, boom. And then I click Alt. Is that the wrong side? There we go. Excellent. Okay, so now we're all set up and ready to go. I'm going to set this off to the side. And it looks like Randy got another bracelet made today, which is very good. Thank you, honey. Hoo-wee. All right, just getting my workspace tidied up. Oh, I haven't set these yet. So, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be showing y'all some beads. With all those perfectly closed bezels. You'll get the hang of it. So I'm actually missing a bunch of beads. Well, remember the ones that I had found that I was like, oh my God, we'll be able to use these for June. And then that's why I started making more of these. Well, I've lost them. Yeah, it's okay. So these are all the beads I have so far. Holy shiny Batman. Ooh, Maddie is reading, I don't know, but I don't think it's something for school. Vivian says, I'll never look at polymer the same way. Oh no. Oh, Orion says, what do you use to cool the beads in? I use this thing over here, which is a Paragon bead kiln. Like it's the Paragon Bluebird XL. You may be able to see it has those bead doors on the front, but that's what we use for our bead annealing. Ah, Michelle says I have those kitty paw socks. She's just adorable, isn't she? Everybody's saying hello, Maddie. She says hello. But so we're gonna be looking at these beads, and I think we can put them all on a knitting needle to look at them all side by side. Well, this is my new favorite game. Aw, that one won't go on. Boo. Ooh, level 3. Okay. All right, so here's a mess of them. And I cannot express to y'all enough how much more beautiful these actually are in person than what the camera is picking up on, because first off, it's blurry. There we go. But also just the yellow, the nuance between the orange and the yellow has such a much more subtle gradient in person than what the camera is able to pick up on. Wow, why are you blurry? Right? Michelle, are you level 10 yet? I don't know. But the intent with these is that we will be wrapping them kind of this way. And so there's the easiest wrap that I'm aware of that I'll be leading people through is just using a pen to make our bail. You did hit 8 today. Nice. Nice with the golden yellow. Yeah. And then I'm going to hook through there to the front. I'm going to bend this kind of up and around. Level 7. Oh, you can do excitement mark level? Okay. Oh, they would look good with macrame. That's true. We're still going to have a bit of cake though. Okay, let's see. And so I'm just bending this around, and you could totally coil this wire first as well. And this is an 18 gauge wire, though I don't recall what wire we're going to be sending out this month. It's in a drawer over there, and I forget. So, cake. Level 8. Ah. I do love the vibrancy. But yeah, so there's our little bail, and there's our little wraparound. And then we can take our, ooh, the banana cake you made was a huge hit. Nice. I'm so hungry right now. I can hear Randy getting dinner going, and I'm hungry. Okay, and so now I'm just going to do a little coil. Not a coil, a spiral. And the spiral's okay, but you could also have it combination. But yeah, so it's just a little very simple, like I think this could be beginner friendly. And we could wear that just strung up on let me see, because that's what we've got coming out tomorrow is a panda haul. We did an unboxing, and y'all are getting a sneaky peeky of I'm trying out 3 new styles of stainless steel chain from Panda Haul. And so I think something like this would be beautiful on, and Maddie did such a good job. She went through and added extender chain onto all of these necklaces or on these chains for us. But yeah, so we would just take this and just thread it through right there. And this is just easy breezy jewelry. Easy as that. You could also do one to either side, though I think we would use a smaller, oh, what you call it? A thinner wire.
What you working on?
Testing out this month's. So that's why I've been making them all with the big holes, is because I thought it would be like a cute, like little. And then there's no reason why we can't do like a woven veil or something more ornate, and then just still have that same attachment style.
Yeah.
So I was gonna kind of try to pop a few of these out this evening until we get to our cutoff time. But that way tomorrow I'll probably be recording the craft along video while y'all do shipping, and then that way I'll have examples. Hey Trev, we're doing really well. I love Pinterest. All right, well, we've got some trolls in here. Y'all always think of the most interesting things to say, and I am not going to pin the message this time because I've learned that just because it looks like a lock doesn't mean it's blocking them. It means it's pinning the message to the top. Guess how many trolls I banned before I realized I was pinning their messages to the top of my chat.
Extra pepper.
Yes, please, extra pepperoni. Vagina ears. What? Yvette. Here you go. Jesus Christ. That's why I'm friends with trolls. Oh my God, Yvette, that's hilarious. I love you guys. Okay. Oh, Maddie. Okay, but you can still set it. And okay. Here, I've got a wire. Boop. Boop, boop. And this, y'all, this is why you should buy beads from us. He said penis nose. I know, but like, I don't even know what that means. Like, what kind of third grader just came through here and started slinging name calling? I like that a bunch. I think we have some beads that are like that same match too. Now, if we were going to do something like this, I think I would go through with a much thinner thing and make the bail be a little smaller. Yeah. But we can work out the proportions. Oh, show. I think I like this one best. It reminds me of like something mango flavored, but I would drink that. Yeah. Like from like Smoothie King. Oh yeah. Yes. And the camera just, it doesn't really notice the pretty, mostly because it blurs them up. But yeah, so I need that one still. So that's how we're going to be wrapping those. And I think it'll look really cool on this style as well. Let me set that off to the side. But I'm going to do a couple variations in preparation for the tutorial. But I don't think I'm going to be doing all of those variations this evening because I would also like to use... Now these I did get set with UV resin. So I'm going to take these, I'd gotten from Potomac Beads, these little, hey T-Man, I am just making, well, I'm brain farting first off, but no, we got these from Potomac Beads. I'm making jewelry. We just finished up on the torch. We got to our like cutoff time for that, but I'm going to take these little, super durable glass teardrops that I had made and pair them, not even in frame, with those because I thought that'd be a pretty necklace. What do you think? Yeah? And I was going to try to make them be earrings, but I can't make these match for the life of me. Like, Like those two are maybe, but then I bound them up in different ways. So I think I'm just going to do these two. But I'm going to join those to that. And then, who knows what? Well, thank you, Jean. I like the teardrops as well. I really enjoy making them. I just wish I were better at making them be like the same size. Okay, so I've got 8 little rings. And, oh, no. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Oh, y'all, look at what came in the mail. I demolished that box. It's okay. UV dip resin. Is this a sticker? No, it's just instructions. Boo. Do you want a microphone too? Oh, okay. Not to peer pressure you into participating.
Right.
You can clip it on. I'd recommend like right here, and then you can turn it on. That way it doesn't make. I never remember to do it like that, and I always make like crunchy camera noises. No, you'll squeeze that little button. Yeah, but you have to like press and hold it. There you go. The green light's on.
Oh, it's me in 4K now.
Yeah.
Maddie ASMR.
Can't wait to get to see you use it. And where did you get it? I got a Maddie ASMR.
Yeah.
Nice. I got it on Amazon. And Brooke says, ooh. Wait, and I need to try to keep up with chat. So I'm gonna try to go like this. Haha, now I can see all the. This is UV dip resin, and I think what I want to do is because I really want to be able to print off our own like cicada wings, put the sticky side of them onto iridescent like film, like cellophane, and then to be able to have the wire be in like put it on and use a little bit of UV resin to like spot hold it, and then just dip the whole thing into the dip like the UV dip resin for wire petals dipped in resin. So I don't know, we'll see. Like I think it's going to be cool, but this came out like so lumpy, like, and it's still beautiful and I still love it, but it is lumpy. So I'm hoping that if I can make these components and then dip them and have like a bit of wire poking out that side and a bit of wire poking out that side, then everything will be okay, because then I can attach it and attach it. But we'll see. We're going to kind of prototype that out. Not tonight, because the sun's setting and that's what I was going to use as my UV lamp. So it says, make a wire shape that is twisted at the end. Open the can and insert the wire shape until a film is made. Make sure that you don't have extra UV resin on the wire. Use the UV lamp to cure/harden the resin from the wire for 4 to 5 minutes. I cannot be troubled. If I use the sun, it's like 30 seconds. Like I'm getting sunburnt too, but for coloration, you must make another layer. Blend some UV dip resin with pigments or mica powder. Apply with a stick on the film already dried. After coloring, cure for 4 to 5 minutes. Important. A more powerful UV lamp will help to cure faster. And I'm going to be honest, I do not think that there is a UV lamp stronger than the free one in the sky. So, that's true. Like, at least not that I can get on Amazon. Hey, Z-Dog, you just coming through yelling?
Yeah, I think he's hungry.
I think he's hungry and wants to poop in the yard.
Yeah.
That's why I yell. Same. Now that's really pretty too. But yeah, so we should be able to make like butterfly wings and flower petals and all sorts. You know how cute those flower petals would be in with like little antler headdresses and stuff?
Yeah.
That's what we're going to have to do with our life now. Ooh! Oh, well, thank you, Michelle. Do you want it as a jewelry or as a home sculpture? Because I'll finish it however you like. Right on, Jean says, I like the rope chain. That's my favorite too. Ooh, Jean says, how do I get signed up for your email? I just logged in. If you go to backtoearthcreations.com, you can sign up for our newsletter there towards the bottom of the page. I have 2 UV lamps, one big one with a tray and a handheld with a stand. Okay. Chocolate protein pancake. That sounds really good. Wraps for fingernails are a wonderful addition to resin supplies. Okay. Wraps for fingernails. I don't know what that means. I haven't tried the free one. What? Oh, well, thank you, Tracy. I'm really pleased with it, but I really want to make more with like something like this
Yeah.
set in it, because like, dang, that. So I'm gonna have to get more antlers and crystals and everything. Oh no, like,
Oh no.
oh no. Anyway, and then I think I'm behind on comments. Right on, Ace Wingman. Oh, well, thank you, Tashers. The sun, free, yes. But also, the noise, sometimes it's cloudy or raining.
Hello.
Hey, Lydia, how's it going? I signed up for the newsletter today. Right on. Thank you, Esoterica. Sculpture type. Ooh, I love it like that too. Okay. So now I'm trying to see on these if there's, I'm going to use this end and I'm just going to hook through like the back side if I can. Oh no, the UV resin filled it in on specifically those two holes. Boo. I don't feel like messing with that. Hey, what if we laid it this away and had the drop hang off? What do you think of that?
Yeah. It's not bad.
Halfway happy. It's something different.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sweaty. Oh, actually, I think we'll be able to pull it off on this end and then make it into a necklace by attaching on the shoulders.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that'll be how we do it. Nobody knows. Hey, Ziggy, how are you doing today? Level 5 of it. Whoop, whoop. All we have had in Kentucky is rain. Oh, goodness. But yeah, so I poked that through. And I'm just going to hook that little bead on.
Yeah, the rain is nice, but after a while, it's like everything's drowning.
Yeah,
and I can't
the
leave
humidity.
My house, and it's humid.
That's what gets me is the humidity.
But like if it was like twilight rain all the time, that'd be fine.
What does twilight rain mean?
Just like, just nice rain that is depicted in Twilight.
Not too hot, not too cold, not too wet. Like, I know exactly what you mean. I've never in my life personally experienced twilight rain because it's always like muggy boob sweat.
Right.
But
yeah.
So that's that.
It's yeah.
Thank you, we use it. Just got back from fielding a call. Is it still art jam time? It is. We're just gonna keep making. We got 5 more minutes. We're just gonna keep touching beads for like 5 more minutes. Because this may be something too, y'all. I may do Lampwork glass like all day and then just hang out during the live streams and make more jewelry.
Team Edward or Jacob?
Me or you? Or everyone in chat?
Everybody.
All right. Not to be picking fights, but Team Edward or Jacob down in the comments, y'all. I think I'm Team Jacob.
Yeah.
Don't hate me. But he's such a good boy.
He is. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's.
Wait, it says I've never read it. I can't recommend reading it, but I love it. Like, I'm not saying it's good.
Right, but I'd totally read it forever.
Yeah. I don't know what this is about. It's the Twilight books and movies, which we're going to have to rewatch all of them so that we can finally watch the final one. Not to be that way, but is both an option? Yes. That's actually my favorite option. But yeah, so there's that. We typically try to avoid controversial topics like Team Edward or Team Jacob.
Yeah, that's very
because I've seen it ruin friendships. Laura says I'll put it on my list.
I'm Team Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Team Charlie's good.
Yes.
He's just a chill
His dad
dude.
is the best character in all the movies. Yeah.
And he knows absolutely nothing.
And is like content.
Yeah, he's content with knowing nothing.
My niece was heavy into Twilight. Same. She like, we weren't holding Randy hostage. Like there weren't like, we didn't have to duct tape him down, but we did take his phone.
Which is pretty close.
Yeah, but like Randy was sitting between us, and Maddie and I were on either side of the couch. And we were watching Twilight, and like
I just whisper stuff randomly.
yes,
and
had
then
I
it would
read the
happen
books yet?
on screen, like I was quoting it before it happened, and he had no idea what was happening.
Right? Like, hang on, Spider Monkey.
Yeah, hang on, Spider Monkey, and then it would happen like 2 minutes later.
Had I read any of the books at that point? Do you remember?
No,
Okay, so I was just enjoying
no.
the movie. I'm
Yeah.
really glad I watched the movies first.
same.
Okay. Wait, you're glad I watched the movies first, or did you watch the movies
I
first?
watched
too?
the movies first.
Really?
I mean, I was introduced to Twilight at a young age.
You were.
So I couldn't even read, to be honest. So
Joke's on them. I can't read. It's a fantasy land. What do you want? Get yours. And about, oh, okay. Charlie's the dad, right? Because like he's favorite uncle material, 100%.
Yeah.
Although I do like everything that's shiny and sparkles. Becca says I read the books first and liked them better.
Yeah.
And is Maddie going to make jewelry too? Well, Maddie does not like beading because it gives her not
stress dreams?
nightmares, but definitely stress dreams. Like y'all have
Yeah.
had them where you're set up the whole booth and you're vending, and then you wake up and you're still at home.
It's
Well,
that.
It's that, but with like
Beads.
beads. Yeah.
It's terrible. It was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it's like day one of like welcome to crafting. We had you like string beads, literally do nothing but string beads for like 7 hours
Yeah.
with no breaks because we're monsters.
Well, I also choose this
Yeah,
willingly, so
That's true. But like
beads
you're
off the
too
floor now.
hard of a worker, and like if there's a task to do, you'll just buckle in and do it. But it's like you can take breaks. Like a promise.
Yeah.
Right? Christina couldn't get away from their damn broody family.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, the Chronicles of Amber are so good. Yes, and the Dresden Files. Too much drama and control issues with monster boyfriends and human girlfriends. Yeah. But sometimes the juicy drama.
Right, because it's real nice to not be involved.
Yes.
Just sit back and like enjoy.
And it's, I don't know. Ooh. So these aren't going to be earrings, but we are going to be making them into necklaces. So let's see. I'm 100% Team Randy, Sasquatches all the way. But they haven't made that movie yet because nobody's going to.
Well, I mean, you could make it.
See the kind of support and nurturing that I have to live with? Like,
You could lead the new movement of Sasquatch movies.
yes,
Romance
I don't.
Sasquatch movies.
Romance Sasquatch movies.
Yeah.
Wow. Still set in Forks.
Right.
Like,
Naturally.
So like in the background you can see all the things happening. There's like, because like there's Sasquatch drama happening in the woods,
Yeah.
but meanwhile off in the distance you can see in a parking lot the vampire blocking
Yeah,
the like
right.
van
Or you
or
see
truck or
something
whatever.
Sparkly
Yeah,
in the
just running
treetops.
through. And the Sasquatches are just like,
Yeah.
We're watching it unfold. Okay, guys, I'm leaving. We're going to go eat pizza and flesh out this Sasquatch idea. How do I close a live stream? Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us today. I have had a fantastic time. And we will see y'all in...
Wait. Okay, there I am. Okay.
Right? It's counter... Do I have it backwards? No, words are right. Okay. We're in the right universe. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us today. We will see you all in tomorrow's noon premiere of our Sunday tutorial, where we are going to be unboxing and talking about the Panda Haul order that we placed recently, and then sign up for a free newsletter. Okay. Love y'all. Bye. Oh, we gotta go raid somebody.
Ooh.
How do we raid somebody? I'm gonna make this big, and then God, I'm not even on my channel anymore.
Okay.
I'm gonna click that. What's happening? Okay, and then I'm gonna click this. None of my friends are on. Okay. Alrighty. Words are right. Okay. Bye guys. Happy
Bye.
crafting. Mwah.